fact that you guys actually got bought out by Activision is a fucking accomplishment.
Yeah, it's really, really, really. Like they clearly swept a few things under the rug before the Activision boys came around, and this was one of them.
Yeah, this is the Jimmy Savile of fucking Sierra games. It's the one we just don't talk about. Just scrub it from the records. It never happened.
Should post this one up. Is this good game? Post this one up. Is this a good game to the Escapist one where they did the Slightly Civil War? Have you ever watched that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody pinged it onto me, because the latest one there is actually on the Epic Game Store.
Okay.
And they're saying, should Epic Game Store exclusives be boycotted?
Right.
And but I see, the thing is I quite like the format of them just debating it. You know, I'm always about that. But the thing is that they randomly decide who's going to be for and who's going to be against the topic. So you're not actually getting somebody who even believes it. And in this one, it's Croshaw, like it's Ben Croshaw.
Yeah.
And he very clearly does not want to do it. So he just keeps fucking repeating his own argument over and over again soullessly. Like it's so bad. And I'm going, oh, what the fuck?
That's just Escapist, like, pushing the gimmick too much. Like, okay, granted, that's probably because they have the same two people doing it. So, therefore, regardless of the certain that they have to be opposing. You know, alternatively, they could just agree. And that's the point of the video. You know, you're kind of missing the point there, lads.
I know, yeah.
Or perhaps, alternatively, get someone from the team that has the contrary opinion. Ooh, isn't that fucking controversial?
Yeah, I know. It's so mad. Like, but no, it's just funny.
Yeah.
It's just there's a lot of like pity I won't play it because it's on the Epic Store. I'm like, what? And like all the gripes on the fucking about the Epic Store is like, oh, there's no wish list, there's no chat function, there's no
so
there's no review.
That it's not Steam.
There's no reviews as well. Like, and I'm sitting there going, I was like, have you ever read a fucking Steam review? They're fucking terrible. Like, they're just pissy whinge bags.
There's actually, I was just watching a video there today about the worst ever video game reviewer. It seems like a good time to bring them up actually because I've got fuck all else on screen. This guy was on public television in Maryland, right? There's a guy called George Wood, and his whole thing was that because he was on public television, right, he did a video game review show. You know, kind of like how like Game Master, you know, was for the UK. He kind of did something like that, except you know, they didn't have fucking Sir Patrick Moore giving his thoughts on what Battletoads was like. So this guy,
Patrick Moore was he gave the cheats out.
He gave the cheats exactly, but like that's what I'm saying. But imagine if like if Patrick
people
Moore, if Patrick Moore gave his opinion.
Patrick Moore, how do I get my players on PES to sprint forever so they don't get tired? And he's like, I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like,
Sir Patrick Moore is like, do I look like I give a shit? I want to look at stars. But yeah, so imagine if he had done the reviews himself as an old man trying to play these games, because that's what George Wood is. I think the guy is supposed to be like 40, 45, and the man has very clearly never played a video game before. Like his all of his reviews basically are based off him cheating to get to the final level and then reviewing the final level as the footage he has is of him failing the level, right? And he gives like grades based off the fucking gameplay and like the difficulty. So there's like his three criteria is gameplay, graphics, and difficulty, and those are the three criteria. And the gas thing is like what was it? Like he loves bad games and he hates good games because he thinks like the bad games are good and vice versa. Like there's a whole YouTube channel that's basically like acquired all of his reviews, and you can just watch them all and see how fucking wrong he is over everything. I think
he's just a contrarian dickhead then.
Oh, dinosaur.
Oh yeah, you're getting chased by a monster now.
Yes,
and you got your
yeah.
head cut off.
Because the thing about the American Museum is that it has a pet dragon that guards everything. Yeah, we should have been prepared for that. In fairness,
Like, I love how, in the hopes that anybody, it
like
helps that
fuck
anybody
these
gets
guys
through
too. By the
the
way,
13 locked doors
like
towards the gigantic thing, which, by the way, has the fucking has the bar on the wrong side. By the way, that bar is meant to be on the other
the
side if
other
you want to
side,
keep
yeah,
people out.
it's to keep the dragon out. Like, imagine that though. The fucking cheek of that. You've had to using 13 key cards to get to this path, and you're about to open the door and go, "Oh, suddenly a dragon killed you." Oh man, you're
But you're
so
not
bad
even,
at video games.
if you don't have the crowbar,
Mm.
you won't be able to open that door. But you never use the crowbar to open the door.
Mm-hmm.
You bedazzle the dragon, and he opens the fucking door. So you
Yeah.
don't actually even need the crowbar.
No, you just made enough noise to awake the dragon that's
Oh,
sleeping
yeah,
in the
yeah.
American Museum of History.
Oh, and I love this part because you have to make a note here of the guy's tat.
Yes. So this is the guy that was working on the robot machine, and it blew up in his
The robot.
face. Yeah. And he was holding a module, which is very important for later on.
Absolutely, as well as his tat is, because you need those white dots.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they framed the map on the wall of their secret hideout.
Which is what people do. Like, people do that all the time. Yeah. Honestly. But yeah, finishing off on George Wood. On a review of Tomb Raider, he suggested, in order to make Tomb Raider more interesting, that they should run a storyline where Lara Croft gets breast cancer. As a sort of, like, you know... I don't know what he was trying to go with. I think he was just trying to go with fucking, like, oh, this should respond to all the titillation about Lara Croft by immediately getting rid of the one thing she has.
Two things.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, after the operation, it'd be only one. So.
11 minutes later. Really specific amount of time. There's 11 minutes later. Not 10, not 12, 11.
Yeah, he was working off GPS, so... So yeah, we've done our job. We've identified the 3 suspects in the case as Anna Osborne, Harvey Osborne, and Randy Orton. Granted, that last one came out of nowhere. So
he's a fucking snake, man. He's a fucking
he's
snake.
He's a right fucking snake.
He's a snake. That was day 2.
That was day 2, yeah. We're halfway through the game, lads. Thank God. Oh boy. The fun part is I actually don't remember the second half of the game because the first half was so goddamn terrible.
You kind of got like flash blindness from the first half.
A little bit, yeah. I was just like, I was on autopilot then for the rest of it. Just kind of like, just let me finish the game, please. Just like, I know it's really short, but you're really outstaying your fucking welcome. So an orb has been killed in the Greenwood Cemetery. Watch as we pour a 40 out for our homie.
Pour one out for one homie.
Mm-hmm. We obviously have great sympathy for the orb. You know, that's why we're going to investigate it and definitely find the killer.
Also, really stupid that the light switch is over the other side of the room from your bed.
Yeah.
This is not well designed. As a building design engineer, this is not a very well designed apartment.
This is the one. That's the one thing that's triggering you, not the bad gameplay.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Not the key cards.
The fact that they've put the fucking light switch on the other side of the fucking room from the bed. What a fucking idiot!
What absolute shits. So the target has left Greenwood Cemetery, and he's on a bus presumably, or maybe just riding one of the orbs as a fucking space hopper, and traveling, more traveling, yet more traveling. My God!
Oh yeah, by the way, in case anybody didn't has kind of zoomed out on the fucking what we got told at the start there. Apparently, a dead orb has been at the cemetery.
In the cemetery, yeah. So he's popped into.
Doesn't mean that odd.
Apparently for the resistance, no, it's not. But I think the assertion is that it's been murdered. This
Mm-hmm.
was an orb in the prime of its life when it didn't have any cataracts at all. Just a slightly scratched retina from the Great
Bright,
War.
shining iris staring into the future.
Indeed, big, beautiful blue eye, just waiting to do things. Oh, and look, our little Specky friend is back.
Mm.
See, the two of them are now here.
So we're off now to Abdul's pawn shop.
Yes. Well, as we know from what happened with the guy in the park, this is presumably the guy that's been killing off the resistance.
Mm-hmm. This is Phil.
This is Phil, yeah. And as we find out, because Harvey was trying to write out his name, his real full name, and it truly is an evil name, Neil. The most evil person in New York is a man called Phil Cook.
Little petty with the save game there.
Ever so slightly. So yes, so now we're off to solve a murder, I guess.
Murder of a gigantic eyeball.
Mm-hmm. Which, let's be fair, is a serious crime. In this dark age we live in. Like, okay, fair enough. You can kill a human, but if you kill an eye, that's just not on. Like, that is what we would call bad form, you know. And into the
So now
cemetery.
we're off to go inspect the carnage.
Oh, look at
What's up with the
this.
music?
I don't know.
What's up with the fucking music? I love the headstones.
Yeah.
He died for his father.
But as you see there, like the eye was impaled on Tim Jones's grave, which must mean that Tim Jones's dad must be related in this, because that's how murders work. You leave the evidence at somewhere where you can be tracked.
Absolutely. And the other two marked graves are Joe Green and Olive Cole.
Which were conveniently typed in a way so that in case an orb was spiked at a certain angle, you could still read the tombstone, which I thought was just great planning, you know.
That's just a murderer. That's just a murderer that's thinking ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, that's great foresight.
We should have quit now. We're clearly dealing with fucking Professor Moriarty.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, by the way, did you like how the cinema had the two like sources of plagiarism there shown, which was War of the Worlds and 1984?
Yeah.
Now, in case you're wondering what Sierra has based this on in any way.
Because you absolutely would not have guessed that from any of this crap.
I love while the drawing of the camera is so bad on the right. I only realised now that it's a camera. I thought it was a robot upside down. So unfortunately we can't get into the safe just yet. We need to get a code, which we will very soon. So now our next protocol is to check out Abdul's pawn shop, which apparently our target and his friend went to. So
no, man, you're off to the church.
yes, quite right. So yeah, the church is we kind of
the church is where the guy's his tattoo comes into play, because if you noticed, his tattoo was a 5x3 grid.
Indeed, you're quite right.
His candle pew is 5x3.
Yeah.
So there was lots of black dots and some white dots. And guess what you have to do?
Light 3 candles.
There we go.
So those two symbols are important.
As well as module A.
So as you can see, we have 2 modules now. 2 more, we get to complete our transformer.
He turns into a little Voltron. You can't have the drones.
We're actually just building the matrix of leadership here. So we can finally take on these orbs once and for all. But yeah, so as I said, then we go to the pawn shop to use the game. So Yeah, fucking Two-Face is looking well, isn't he?
Dead or... Oh, no, he's dead, or is he... Oh, he's a bum. He's still alive. Holy shit.
Yeah.